Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on Bitcoin. We will take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 4-hour in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called, representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 4 hours of time. So all this here may look like a few weeks. It's actually just the past few days broken down into 4-hour time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price. And given the crypto markets are open 24/7, so this chart will be, continuing to form over the weekend, it's going to allow me to talk about broad levels and keep this video as relevant as possible for as long as possible. And that whole, goal on my part to keep this video relevant is going to be, essentially based on the couple levels that I've already talked about. So if this is not the first video you've watched, then you kind of know what I'm probably going to talk about here. But the first level, so let's just say, for example, you're watching this Sunday afternoon. The first question you need to ask yourself is the price still above 72.50? If it is, well, then that's a sign that the current consolidation, the current sideways action that's occurring right now, that's still in play, that's still valid, and that, assuming you're, along, that's what you want to see. You want to see this sideways action continue. That's been going on for the past several hours. Now, on the flip side of things, if you're watching this video and the price is down below 72.50, well, at that point, that would be a sign that, the bears have taken over that much more control or gaining that much more power, because it just would imply that the price is now making a new leg down, like it did up there. So in the event, like I said, we'll go Sunday afternoon. You're watching it Sunday afternoon. The price is below 72.50. The next key level to ask yourself and wonder about is actually not that far away, and that's the pink line right there, which is the very famous 200 period simple moving average. Keyword being moving, so as time goes by, that line will move and that value will change. So I'm not going to assign a numerical value to it for that reason. Again, it moves. But keep an eye on that, and certainly any sort of Sunday afternoon, if you're watching it and the price is below it or has separated significantly to the downside, at that point that would be a sign that things are really starting to fall apart for the bulls and that the bears are gaining that much more control. But right now, yes, there's been a pullback, but looking at things from the big picture of things, if the price were to go down there, bounce around, and then start to work its way back upwards, even at that point in time, you'd still have a big set of lows right here. You'd have these previous lows down here. So you picture these as stair steps, and the stair steps would, broad sense, still very clearly be going in the upwards direction. Flip side of the coin, the questions to ask yourself, is the price, up above 7,600? If it is, that would be a good sign of power on the bulls' part. And the next follow-up question in the event is actually above 7,600 would be, well, where does the price now stand relative to that purple line, which is the 50-period simple moving average? If it's some way the price is actually up above both of these, well, then that would be a sign that, whenever you're watching this, the bulls are actually having a very good weekend and gaining quite a bit of control. So keep an eye on all these levels, and that will keep this chart and the quote-unquote story of it relevant for as long as possible. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.